Well, welcome back everyone. It has been a long time, but I am finally back, so welcome to my garden allotment. Well, yes, it has been a while since my last video. I had a bereavement in the family. My mum passed away. I just wasn't in the mood to make videos at that time, so I just thought I'd give myself a break, put my mind straight and all that sort of thing. So I am back. It's going to be a little while before I produce my next video, because obviously it is still the last throes of winter, but as you can hear behind me, the birds are in full song, so spring is coming. It is warming up now, so hopefully I'll be starting to make some more regular videos from say a fortnight onwards, something like that. So this video, it's just going to show you what I've done so far. I haven't done much. Basically get some onion seeds and onion sets off. Just show you the state of my garden at the moment. It's getting there. Still needs a bit of tidying up and what have you, but I'll get there. And setting up things like my propagators, I'll get them all set up ready so I can start my seeds off. I'm not going to rush it this year. Last year I started things far too early, just too keen, and I paid for it. A lot of stuff died off when I was running out of space and I had to put them outside, and it was too soon and all that. So I've learnt my lesson, taking it a lot easier this year. I'm not going to do as many weird and wonderful things. It's a busy year for me. The kids going to uni, and they're all over 18 now, so they're doing their own things and this, that and the other. So this year is going to be a bit busy for me. Dad's taxi and all that sort of thing. But I'm going to do plenty, but not as varied as it was last year. I'm going to concentrate on certain crops that I know me and my family enjoy eating. So things like onions and potatoes and tomatoes, stuff like that. But I'll show you all that as and when I'm growing them. So, as I said, this video, it's just going to show you a few little things that are happening in my garden allotment at the moment. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, eh? Come on. As you can see, garden, not too bad. Needs a little bit of weeding, but yeah, generally not too bad. Right. Bulbs at the moment are starting to come through, great. And plenty more to come, tulips and everything. The comfrey is starting to come back, so I'll have some nice free fertiliser for next year, or this year I should say. This rhubarb, as you can see, starting to come now, producing leaves, so not be long before I'll be getting some nice rhubarb. My roses, as you can see, all starting to grow now, starting to produce new leaves. Apple trees, the apple trees are starting to kick into life, as you can see there. The buds are starting to open, so my apple trees are doing alright. This rhubarb, as you can see, come around here, as you can see there, there's absolutely loads of it there. good crown there. So yeah, looking forward to some rhubarb in the near future. Me raspberry canes, that's those fellas down there. These are last year's canes that were produced last year. I keep them. The new growth is starting to appear on them, as you can see there. So this new growth, because it's grown on established canes, that will grow quickly and produce flowers quickly and produce the fruit quickly. So this is summer fruiting raspberries, as opposed to autumn fruiting raspberries, which are ones that have been cut right back. They've got to produce the cane, and you know, it takes a couple of months to produce a cane like that, and then all the side shoots, and then the flowers, and then the raspberries. So it takes a little bit longer in the year to produce the fruit, and it's generally in autumn, hence that's why we call them autumn fruiting raspberries, or like these, summer fruiting. And I do really well out of them. They've done us proud over the years. I've got, these are some empty pots of last year's soil. Well, this is 2-year-old soil now, and I did okay last year. Just need to add some fresh fertiliser and a bit of rock dust just to perk up the soil a little bit. In here I've got a patch of raspberry plants, and as you can see, they're doing really well in there. Nice sheltered spot for them, so they've done really well. This is my cloche, and in here I've got onion sets that I started last year, and they're doing alright. They're looking a little bit on the spindly side, but it has been winter, not much sun, but they'll soon bulk up nicely. These are beetroot from last year. I put them in too late, so they didn't really get established, but they've survived the winter in this cloche, and I'm hoping they haven't produced the rhubarb yet. The beetroot at the bottom there hasn't swollen up yet. So what I'm hoping for is, because these have done so well, that they'll continue to grow once the weather warms up a little bit, and I'll get a nice early crop of beetroot. So these guys have so far, and they've had a bit of a nibble out of them here and there, but they're still there. And as you can see in the centre, it's all green, fresh, new growth coming. So I've got some hopes with these. I'll have some nice early beetroot, which is a nice bonus for this year. Greenhouses. Trying to keep the video short. Outside here I've got a container of onion sets that I've got outside rather than protected inside, just to see how they get on. As you can see there are my Brussels sprouts. Still got some of them, so they're doing really well. And I've got some leeks as well, which look as though they're doing really well. So I'll leave them and see what happens to them. See if they just continue to grow and produce nice big leeks. Might not. We'll see. It's a little experiment. Right, greenhouses. Oh, caught it. Okay, so goji berry, my goji berry plant, as you can see, when it focuses in, see it's starting to kick into life again. This has just been outside. It's a tough, hardy little plant, this. So yeah, that's survived the winter. Greenhouses. This one, as you can see, I've got some trays of onion sets, and I ran out of compost, and I used some old compost that I used just to get them by, and obviously there was some seeds in the old compost, and these flowers have come through. Not quite sure what they are, but I'm leaving them to grow. I make sure that the ones with the onion sets in are clear, so there's no competition going on, and as you can see, they're doing alright. So yeah, got a few trays of them. These are my spring onions, and as you can see, I've got loads, and they're starting to thicken up a little bit now that the weather's warming up now, so quite pleased with them. Gooseberry bush not doing much yet, but still early days. We've had Storm Doris in here about a week ago, and as you can see, not bad, but I've lost a pane there, got blew out, don't know where it's gone. Oh, actually, I've just noticed it's down the back here. I haven't lost it. There's the fella there, so I'll recover him. So yeah, that greenhouse, and I'll shut the door. That greenhouse, not too bad. That greenhouse doesn't look too bad, but when you come round to the side, you can see that I've lost 2 roof panels, those 2 side panels, and the panels are still there, and of course I've lost this panel. This greenhouse I've had for about 3 years now, and this double layered plastic sheeting in here, when the UV layers, the UV light gets on it from the sun, it makes this stuff go brittle, and you can see there's cracks, and thing just turns brittle and snaps off. You can see the rough edge there. So that's what's happened. The plastic's just deteriorated on the roof and the side panels where the sun hits it, and it's just made it weak, and the winds have just blown the panels. You can pay, I think, about £40 for about 10 sheets of this stuff, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this one, and none for that one, because I've just found the missing bit of plastic that I'll put back in when I've got time. So that's about it really. Quick walk through, not too bad. Well, these are my onions I'm starting from seed. As you can see, I've given them a bit of a haircut because they're getting a bit unruly, but they've really perked up. They're standing up straight now instead of flopping over. But yeah, they're coming along nicely, doing really well, so really pleased with that. Well, these are my first earlies potatoes I'm doing, Pintle and Javelin. Heard nice things about these, so instead of my usual Charlottes that I like, I thought I'd give these a go. So I got these a couple of months back. I think it was back end of January, and the way I do, first earlies, you don't really have to chit them, but I do, gives them a good start. And these are them, so just generally I put 1 seed potato in each tray, as it were, and just stick them in my garage at the top there, where it gets the light, and it keeps away the worst of the cold, and they do very well over the years. They've done us proud, and I'll just get one or two out to show you. So that end doesn't have any eyes. It does have one little one there, but most of the eyes were at this end, and as you can see the chit's starting to come there, so that's doing really well. This one again, it doesn't have any eyes at the bottom, but at the top it did, and as you can see that one is really coming nicely. You don't want too many chits at the starting on these potatoes, but as you can see, none at the bottom. All the eyes were at the top, and as you can see, that's where all the chits have come from. So yeah, about two. I'll leave about 2 or 3 on each one. Seems to be a nice sort of compromise, and that's what these have got. There's a little one there, and there's about 2 there. So yes, they're all coming very nicely, and what you need are short, stumpy, well, to me, dark chits. You don't want long, sort of really long green shoots appearing at this time. Just means they're grown too quickly too soon for me, but that's just about right. Just short, stumpy, just barely grown out from the actual seed potato, so they're absolutely spot on. So I've got them there. I've got another tray at the top there, that's full, so that'll do quite a few pots. I only put about 3 in a pot, so there's 4 pots there, and there's a similar tray which has got another, which will do another 4 or 5 pots. So I've got plenty there to start me off this year in potatoes. Looking forward to it. Right, so just to finish off this video clip, I'm going to show you my garlic that I'm doing this year. I'm going to do 2 different types. I've got Casablanca, which is from B&Q, and that's the bulb there, look really nice. And the other one is a bit of an experiment, is this fella here. It's from a well-known supermarket. It's what you just buy to cook with there and then, but I'm going to try, because some people have had some good success in the past with these, is I'm going to try and grow them from these cloves. It might have growth inhibitors sprayed on it, but I don't know until I try it, but I thought I'd give it a try. And the reason I'm giving this one a try, as opposed to the proper garlic you get from the sort of garden centres and what have you, is, I don't know if you can see, I'll gauge it very well, but that's the garden centre one, and that's the supermarket one. And as you can see, this supermarket one is a lot, is a lot bigger and has bigger clothes. So what I'm going to try is, I did alright with these in the past, so I'm growing them as a sort of backup, as it were, in case things don't work out. And I'm going to give this one a try. And well, looking at it, it's bigger clothes, and if you take out the skin off, which I'm doing here, to reveal the clothes, that I will say clothes, cloves that are with it, and as you can see there, it's the supermarket is a lot, really good, healthy and large cloves. So, and there's an example there, and I'll quickly reveal the cloves on the garden centre one and see if I can do a quick compare. Skin's coming off quite easily, and there you see it's quite a noticeable difference. And I'll just try and get the clove from this one. So there you go. As you can see, that's a supermarket one, and it's a lot bigger. So I'm hoping to get some nice big bulbs of garlic from this, but only time will tell. So the next short clip, I'll show you how I start these off. Right then, so what I've got here, Common Garden seed tray. They're about 2 centimetres square, each individual compartment in this. I've just lightly filled it with fresh compost. Don't do what I did and use old or recycled, otherwise you'll end up like me onions and you'll get weeds or seeds that you sowed last year and they'll come through and what have you. So what I'm going to do is just fairly carefully remove some of these cloves and pick the nice big ones, because hopefully they will then give me the biggest bulbs of garlic by the end of the season. That'll do for that one. Okay, that one. Get another one. As you can see, these it says it's spring white variety, but it doesn't really tell you what they are. I am starting these off. It's the 4th of March. Now normally I would have started these around about December, and the point of that would be they would have had a nice cold spell where it was consistently under 5 degrees centigrade for longer than about 5 days, and what that does, it helps each clove split into the individual cloves that will make the whole bulb next year. It is, as I say, the 4th of March now, so I am starting this later than I would have normally, but it shouldn't be too bad. We are still getting less than 5 degrees most nights at the moment, so that's alright. So they should still get that chill period for them to split. As I say, this bit is an experiment, so if it doesn't quite work out to plan, it's not too, it doesn't worry us too much. So I'm getting some really nice cloves out of this, and I might do one more. So when it comes to planting them, I'll be right back. Okay then, I've got my bulbs, as you can see, they're all there, and That's just some of them, and they're nice lovely big cloves. So I'm expecting hopefully some good things from these. And when you do them, that's a clove. As you can see, it's got what they call a plate at the bottom end, which is this flat thing there, and it's got this little tip at the top, and when you plant it, that bit is the bit that goes in the soil. This bit sticks above ground, so you know you've got the clove the right way around. Pigeons and other birds think they sticking out of the soil are little worms and they'll pull them out. All you do is just keep an eye on them and just stick them back in the ground. Once they start developing roots from this base plate, it'll keep itself anchored in the soil and you won't have that problem. So when you first do this, either put netting on or just make sure they're in a safe place. But if birds do get to them, just stick them back in the soil and they'll recover alright. So this is my tray. I'm going to put them in. So it's simplicity in itself. You can't be too rough with them. That's why I said I've lightly packed this tray with soil. But all you do is get the soil, and I'll zoom in a little bit. Right, okay. So all you do, and I'm a bit too tight there, there's the end plate right there. Just get it and just gently, not too rough, gently place it in and just firm it around so it's secure in there. Okay, and that's it. And then you just continue with all the others until you feel, you just continue with the others until you fill the whole tray, which I will think I just have enough to do that. As I say, you keep the top of the clove just sticking proud of the surface of the soil and you'll be alright. Doesn't take much doing, quite quick once you get going. And I'll zoom back out, whoops, so you can see the whole of the tray. Not very quick at all, not very time consuming. It's an easy one to get going as one of your first crops. There you go. So I'll finish this and I'll be right back. Okay, that is it. They're all in. All it needs now is a bit of watering. Get the soil moist but not soaking damp. And basically I'll stick these on one of the shelves in the greenhouses outside, and that way they'll get the chill that they need, and they'll be off to a flying start hopefully. As I say, garlic and onions, they are quite tolerant to the cold, and you can overwinter them so long as they don't get absolutely sub-zero temperatures for any length of time, but we're not going to get that now. Hopefully they'll get the chill that they need and they'll be away. So that's the supermarket variety. I'll do exactly the same for the garden centre variety, the Casablanca, and well, we'll see how this little experiment gets on. Right, so there's the Casablanca. Just thought I'd show you them. And you know how I said, and I'll put these down, you know how I said that's the base, that's the tip, that's where the shoots come out. at the top there. Well, I've got one clove and it's actually started to grow. Can you see it there? So there's the base plate, that's the tip. As you can see, it's already starting to grow the beginnings of the shoot. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't want them much bigger than that if you buy them. You want them more in their dormant state, which is like that, all papery. But if they're like that, don't worry, plant them. They've just started ahead of all the others, that's all. Okay, so that's the Casablanca in. As you see, you don't get quite as many cloves as well as the supermarket bulb, but we'll see, we'll see. Again, water these just lightly. When the weather does start to warm up, then you have to water them a bit more. But when it's cold like this, you just really need to just wet them once and they'll be okay for about a week or two. So that's my next job. I'll water them, I'll stick them in my greenhouse outside, that way they'll get the chill they need, and that is it. Well, that's it for another short video, but I just thought I'd show you what I've done so far. Garlic started, onion sets and seedlings started, a few bits and bobs from last year, but yeah, not a bad start for me. So I hope you're all safe, take care. I won't be releasing another video for another couple of weeks yet, mainly because there's nothing much happening, but from then on there should be a bit more frequent. So as I say, take care, and I'll see you next time in my garden allotment.